It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It is Monday, March 11th, 2019. It's 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop.
Central Daylight Time. Yay!
Yes, I like this time. It's brighter later, and I like that. I don't mind that it's dark when I come in.
I don't
just
either. I like
brighter.
it. I like coming to work with the headlights on. Anyway, good morning, everybody. Welcome Down on the Corner show. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis and Bob Recktenwald on a Monday. And hope you had a great weekend, and hope your Monday morning's off to a great start. So how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Gabby over here. I mean,
I know.
He just teared up that vocabulary.
His mouth hadn't stopped since he got here.
He's so
that's more than what we've got out of him. We got a noise. That's good. Good morning, Bob.
It is morning.
Yeah. How are you this morning? You doing
Peachy.
okay?
Peachy.
Oh, awesome.
Peachy.
Awesome. That's what we'd like.
Yeah.
Did you have a good weekend?
Fantastic.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Why was there a trailer hitch sitting on the set this morning?
Dan borrowed my my stock trailer to haul a horse,
okay.
so
Yep.
he had the hitch. He brought the hitch in.
You know, it's not every day you just walk in and see a trailer hitch sitting on a TV set.
Hey, you never know.
This is Arkansas.
You never know what happens here. Is don't ask.
Anyway, good morning, everybody. Hope your Monday morning's off to a great start. And we're enjoying I'm enjoying Brood Awakening coffee.
No,
What, smart
I got
water?
my not so smart water.
Not so smart water. Brood Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you here in Mountain Home. Balmer Boulevard, which is 7:02 in the morning. It's going to be getting busy. And, of course, 62 East Plaza. And you got the Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. So 3 locations where you can pick up Brood Awakening Coffee, cinnamon rolls, and all kinds of goodies there. Check out the menu board. They have many, many different blends and flavors, mochas, lattes, espressos, you name it, they've got it. Brood Awakening Coffee, Mike and the staff do a great job.
And Bob finally got a cinnamon roll.
Yeah, what'd you think? Was it good?
It's good.
It was good, yeah. He's so excited.
I know he
just contain yourself.
He's gonna wake up here in a minute. He'd be all right, guys. He'd be all right.
Check out Brood Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. It is the best coffee in town. Stop by and have a cup of coffee with us sometime. Coffee pot's on. We've got 2/3 of a pot left over there. Plenty of nice, clean coffee mugs.
Come by here and get the maximum strength.
Come on by and get the maximum strength. You know, it's good coffee.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's good coffee, strong but good.
Except Scooter does about 3 laps around the building after he gets a sip. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive right here in Mountain Home, just north of Pizza Hut and Pizza Inn. Just come on by. Just come through the double doors, walk behind the cameras, grab your cup of coffee. We've got a couple of seats over here. You sit and watch the show with us. So come on down. Anybody's invited. Love to have you. And, of course, the morning prayer is brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Very professional, caring, loving, and very informed. You'll be surprised when you sit down, even in the event of emergency. Ooh, I didn't know that. Really? We got to do, there are several laws you got to follow. And, let Roller handle it. Let Roller handle it. Whether it's an emergency or pre-planning, like Bob had a customer one time says, you need to tell Dale to talk about pre-planning. Correct, and we do. So check out with Bruce or Charlotte, Chris, Brad, anyone down there is going to be able to help you with your pre-planning needs, whether it's a passing of a loved one after a long illness or an emergency. Talk to Roller. 29 Roller Funeral Homes, excuse me, 29 Roller Funeral Homes across the state of Arkansas, 1 right here in Mountain Home, Arkansas, 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect. Got a frog that won't help today. Let's pause now for the morning prayer. Heavenly Father, how about a bit of humor this morning? I think you've created some lazy people, myself included. Several times over the weekend, whether in person or on social media, people fussing over losing an hour of sleep due to time change. You would think someone would be upset about losing perhaps a wedding ring or cash or credit cards, but 1 hour of sleep? Are we so glued to TV programs that we can't miss a TV show rather than sleep? Guess we need more to fuss about. Anyway, Lord, we're so blessed by you. We take it for granted that the blessings that you have given us. I pray we never forget to say thank you for your blessings, and that's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bring you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. right?
You got it.
Time change affect you guys?
No.
No.
No, it doesn't bother me.
You know what I do? Here's literally whether it's forward or backward, it don't matter. Saturdays are my day to yard work, housework, whatever. You know, in summertime it's yard work, clean stuff out. You know, I restore the old electronics if it's warm enough or cool enough in the garage. Work on a radio or phonograph or something like that and restore them. But Saturday, okay, it's time change. So I just go ahead. It's like noon. I just advance the clock to 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
And by the time bedtime rolls around, I've already made that adjustment.
Yeah, it's never a big deal to me. I don't
know, but oh my goodness, social media. I'm going to lose an hour of sleep. Oh my God. We'll go to bed an hour early.
Those are from people who actually sleep.
Are we that lazy that we miss an hour of sleep? Please, you know. I mean, there's another survey out this morning wanting to know if we want to go to daylight savings time all year round. Just what's the big deal? So in March we move the clock forward. In October we move it back. An hour. That's all they fuss about. An hour of sleep. I'd be fussing if I had a flat tire or something, you know.
Oh, there's plenty you whine about, Dale.
Cold weather, perhaps.
Yeah, don't even get it all worked up.
Cold weather, yeah, I'm going to fuss about cold
about.
weather. But with the time change, I mean, spring's around the corner, warmer weather, a lot of fun. And so, Anyway, the morning weather is brought to you by,
Dun, dun, dun.
there it is, the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. For all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. And we do have the live weather camera. We're going to hold on to that for a little bit.
But no, I'm going to go ahead and bring it up because I like to see with the lights and everything.
And we're going to check. Oh, it's looking better already. Wow.
And we're going to bring it up later where it brightens up. But I think it's cool to see all the lights. And
maybe about 30 seconds at the end of the show, near 8 o'clock, if Bob has enough time.
Yeah, bring it up. And
we'll see it there, too.
That's actually really cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen it at night with the lights
That's
and
really
everything
nice.
running. And
yeah, we'll check it here in a minute, too. Let's take a look real quick. You know, temperature-wise, around the region, we've got 40 degrees in Mountain Home, 39 at Harrison, 44 at Hardy, 43 in Mountain View, 41 at Yellow. Good to see the 40s instead of those single digits, you know. This is like football scores with poor defense here. 43-41, you know. Marshall at 43, Calico Rock at 40, St. Louis at 37, Poplar Bluff with showers right now at 43, Branson 39, West Plains at 41, but -6 in Watford City, North Dakota. Those people never warm up. -6.
no, that's why they're up there. And they can have it.
You want to hear some fussing? I'd be fussing about that.
It's a choice.
Do what?
Yep.
It's nothing but a choice.
Yep.
True.
That is true.
Yeah. Anyway, this, I don't know if we're prepared to show this or not, but hail potential today from southwest Texas to southern part of New Mexico. Doesn't affect us, but maybe later in the week it might. Ready for the Doppler radar? Okay. We do have some showers right here in the state of Arkansas. Stretches from Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, Tennessee, Missouri, and maybe southern Illinois. And you see a little bit of shower activity in Arizona and New Mexico. And let's see. Well, let's take a look at that Little Rock stop, shall we, Scooter?
Yep.
All right. For the Little Rock stop, you can see pretty good amount of shower activity stretching from southwest to east central Arkansas to northeast Arkansas, just south of Fort Smith all the way down to Texarkana, going all the way back through the Little Rock, Pine Bluff, and then Little Rock over to West Memphis, Memphis, Tennessee. Most of the highways in central Arkansas affected. I-30, I-40 east, 67, 167 north and south, Highway 65 towards Conway. The only thing not really too affected right now would be I-40 west around Russellville to Fort Smith and I-49 to Fayetteville. 62, 412 east-west in pretty good shape, as well as 167 highway north of Batesville and then 67 highway north of Newport, Walnut Ridge towards Poplar Bluff. And let's see, what else? Did I get all the highways in there? Most of the interstates are covered right now in the southern part. Pretty good shower activity going on in the state of Arkansas. Let's take a look at the state of Missouri. We'll hit the St. Louis stop and then go down to southwest Missouri real quick. A little bit of shower activity around Jefferson City affecting Highway 63 south of Columbia, a little bit on I-70. I-70 east towards St. Louis and then east to Vandalia, Illinois, and Effingham in good shape. A little bit of shower activity north of Interstate 64, which would be, that'd be somewhere at St. Clair County or Union County, Illinois. Somewhere around Troy, Maryville, Illinois, getting a little bit of a shower right now north of I-64, but south of 70. See scattered showers on I-55, Sykeston, Cape Girardeau, and then just east and north of Poplar Bluff. That's affecting Highway 61 and Highway 67, north and south there in southeast Missouri. Interstate 44, Rolla to St. Louis, with scattered shower activity for the 100-mile stretch there from Rolla to St. Louis. Southwest Missouri, we'll see what's going on around the Springfield area and Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yeah, just scattered showers throughout. A little bit east of Springfield, south of Springfield, southwest of Springfield. A little bit in the three-state area, Kansas, Oklahoma, and Missouri. I-44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield. You can see some shower activity around Clinton, Missouri, towards Jefferson City, south of I-70. But Sedalia with some showers right now on Sedalia East-West Highways US 50 running there to Jefferson City and back south of Kansas City, Missouri. And so, here's the forecast map. So what do we have on here? We have a flood watch, it looks like, for Nebraska, parts of Iowa, northwest Missouri, Kansas. And the gold color is a high wind advisory in Texas and Oklahoma right now. Nothing real serious in Arkansas or Missouri right now. 7-day forecast for today, 20% chance of showers, mostly cloudy with a high of 57. Tonight, 40% chance of showers with a low of only 42. That's not bad at all. Then Tuesday, we're showing an 80% chance of showers throughout the day, dropping to 40% chance Tuesday afternoon and Tuesday night. Then Wednesday morning, we wake up to a 90% chance of showers with a 30% chance at night. Temperature range from 52 on Tuesday to 68 on Wednesday to 63 on Thursday, and a high 48 on Friday. So here we go, like this again. Drought monitor was updated last Thursday. Of course, with all the rain, there's no drought situation in Arkansas or Missouri. We'll check iDrive Arkansas real quick and road conditions. We do have, come on, there we go. 3 accidents in central Arkansas. First accident is on Highway 165 in Lonoke County. We have another accident in Pulaski County, exit 8 on Interstate 430, and another accident in Pulaski County on Highway 67. It's not an accident, it's a disabled stalled vehicle. And wherever you see the circle blue X's, there's water over a road or bridge. So, and I'm not going into whether or not they've updated or not. They have cleaned that up a little bit, haven't they, Scooter?
Yeah,
and
there was quite a few of them on there the other day.
So just be careful traveling in Arkansas, especially going down to Little Rock or El Dorado or Poplar Bluff or Pine Bluff down to Texarkana. Just be careful. Lights and wipers today. In Missouri, MoDOT, looks like we're in pretty good shape across the state. Be careful, you know, the low water areas, of course, in Missouri. No snow or ice causing any. That's probably done for, hopefully. Wouldn't you think?
Minute you say it.
Here it comes. Yeah, I better rewind those words.
Hey, you can't now. They're already out there, buddy.
Well, it's Missouri. They can have it North Missouri, you know. Anyway, there's your road conditions right there. Once again, the weather is brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z-Team for all your real estate needs. Bob and Linda Zadora. Check them out at retiretoarkansas.net. Good friends will treat you right and just will lead you in the right direction, whether you're buying or selling, whatever it may be. Can we take another look at that live cam?
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. See, it's starting
there you go, Cotter, Arkansas right there. You see the White River coming in. You see the lights on the bridge and lights of the city. That's still a pretty shot at 7:13. We'll take another look at it maybe about 2 minutes before, if Bob's got enough time, about 2 minutes before 8 o'clock. Don't want to interrupt his interview.
Take a look, see if it brightened up.
We'll brighten that up a little bit. But Bob and Linda Zadora, for all your real estate needs, if you're watching, throughout the country on the internet, whether you're in Illinois, hi to my friends in Illinois and Missouri, if you want to retire to Arkansas, this is folks to call retiretoarkansas.net. Call the Z-Team at 870-405-0793. Community calendar.
There you go. I need to actually move the sign a little bit. Well, actually,
what's wrong with it there?
Looks pretty good right above your head.
Yeah.
Or right on your head.
Mm-hmm. And today is
Chicken Fried Steak Day. Today is Monday. Chicken fried steak all day long. For breakfast, you get chicken fried steak, eggs, hash browns, biscuit and gravy or toast, $6.88. Or for lunch, we've got chicken fried steak, 2 sides, roller cornbread, same thing, $6.88. But the cool thing is this Thursday and Friday, we always do a big bash for St. Patty's Day. And Thursday and Friday we'll be celebrating it. Corned beef and we're going to have corned beef and hash probably Saturday morning, but on Friday we'll have corned beef and cabbage and potatoes and all the fixings. So it'll be really cool. Everybody just it's kind of one of them fun events that people just come out and have a fun time. It's just about having a blast.
You betcha. You bet. All right, community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday to 11. Was down there Saturday morning. Got there about 7:15. Wanted to get ahead of the storm. I got ahead of it all right and thought, we'll leave here about 8:30, 8:40, something like that. Shoot, got caught in the hail backing out of the driveway. But we had an outstanding breakfast, you know. It was, I look forward to it. I love being downtown on the square. You know, especially now with time change, a little bit dark, you know, and the sunrise coming up, and the lights are still on. It's real pretty downtown.
You got to come up here when I come up here early in the morning. Yeah, it's dark everywhere.
You want to hear some fussing? No, not at 3 in the morning. No. Community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Come and enjoy quilting and evolving fabric art. Take a tour of quilting from the history of traditional quilting to the new tools of the 20th and 21st centuries to the new directions of art quilting and modern quilting. The history portion is April 15th through 27th, 2019. The new tools April 29th through May 11th, and new directions May 13th through the 25th. This is at the Calico Rock Heritage and Visitor Center and Tomlinson Art and Science Center, 104 Main Street in Calico Rock, Arkansas. For more information, 870-297-6100. Sponsored by the Calico Rock Museum and Visitor Center. You know, they've done a lot of work downtown Calico Rock.
They have.
It's really nice. You come into town on 5, well, you come in on 5 or 56, but go downtown, visit Calico Rock, Arkansas. Very, very nice community down there. The Marion County Republican Committee will have their Reagan Day dinner on the 13th of April. Meet and greet at 5, dinner at 6 with guest speaker, Lieutenant Governor Tim Griffin. It's always fun to see Tim Griffin come into Marion County because his boy will say, "Where are you going?" So we're going to Yellville. We're going to Bull Shoals. I want to go. Why do you want to go? Because the food is so good. But it's so good. Hey, Scott Flip, our state senator, is going to be master of ceremonies, and this is casual. Boots and jeans. Good. We had so much fun last year. The governor was there, Lieutenant Governor, everybody was there. It was just a comfortable atmosphere. No suits, no ties, you know, not all this stuff. You know, I really love to dress up, you know. You like to wear a suit and tie?
I'm not a big fan of it. I will when I need to, but I'm not a big fan of it. I like being casual.
And then put this on your calendar. This is a really big event around the Twin Lakes area. Night with Your Night and the Father-Daughter Ball, brought to you by the Mountain Home Christian Academy. You've been to a couple of these, haven't you?
Oh, yeah. They're a lot of fun.
Are they? Yeah. Night with Your Night is Friday, May 10th, so be sure to put this on your calendar. Friday, May 10th is Night with Your Night, and Saturday, May 11th is the Father-Daughter Ball at the Shed, ASU Mountain Home Campus. Tickets start on sale on April 1st of 2019, so we've got, what, 2 weeks? Yeah. 2 weeks? 3 weeks? 1, 2, 3 weeks they go on sale. So put that on your calendar. Night with Your Night on May 10th, Father-Daughter Ball on May 11th. And also, I had another piece here. I'm going to have to put my glasses on to read this extremely small print here. To make a donation to the Mountain Home Christian Academy, you can just make a check out to Mountain Home Christian Academy, mail it to 1989 Glenbar Drive, Mountain Home, Arkansas 72653. They are a 501c3, and they are totally dependent on your donations. They take no government funding, and it's strictly gifts by the people. So if you can help the Mountain Home Christian Academy, that would be welcome. You guys got anything, Bob?
Nope. I'm good.
All right, time for sports right after the break. Bob, Recktenwald Sports. So we got a couple Coach Rudy guests, Bob?
Yep, they're here.
Who are they? So we know who to play for.
Can't see that far.
Dell and Josh.
Anyway, back after the break.
The lights are so bright.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn and Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn and Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good. All right, Bob. We're back. We're back, Bob.
It's Monday. Sports. Hey, we've got the Mountain Home High School basketball coaches, Josh Fulcher and Dell Leonard, with us. We're going to talk about their seasons that they had this past year. Coach Fulcher, tell me about the boys' season. Did it turn out the way you hoped?
Well, they never turn out the way you hope unless you're,
still playing.
Playing or just finishing up in Hot Springs. They had the finals this weekend in Hot Springs, but as a coach, you go in there, you want to win. We all want to win them all, and of course that's impossible to do. A very rare occasion where you win all of them, but. What I really liked about our young men is we competed in all of them. We had there's only a few times, well, actually 2 games where in the fourth quarter we didn't have a chance to beat somebody. And when you look at our schedule, our conference schedule and our non-conference schedule, we played a lot of bigger schools, 7A West schools on our non-conference schedule. So, and I was really proud the way we competed. We didn't make the state tournament this year. And it really kind of gave you a chance. On senior night, you knew when the last one was coming, and it gave us a chance against West Memphis, our last home game, to honor our seniors. The way you always kind of like to. But that was really the first time since I've been coaching that you knew exactly when your last game was, because we didn't finish in the top 4 in our conference. So,
tell me, what was the structure of your team this year as far as sophomore, junior, senior?
Well, we had we've got 6 seniors, on our team that played. You know, you had Talon Benton, Hunter Bashirs, Colton Peters, Bennett Pinson, Luke Cruz, and Baylor Crecilius. Those guys have been I've had the pleasure of coaching those guys since they were in 8th grade. You know, I was a junior high coach, and I moved up with them. And then we had a mix of some underclassmen there. We actually had 2 sophomores that started for us, and then we had some underclassmen that come in off the bench. And you know, but we're losing a big senior class that's contributed a lot. They're going to be tough to replace. You know, and one of the biggest things that's going to be tough to replace is just their leadership. You know, but I think they left something. You know, no matter who we played, we expected to win. And they competed that way. And I hope that that's really what the legacy that they leave behind with our underclassmen, and just kind of that belief that we can beat anybody. And when you're when you're playing in our conference, you have to have that, because we're seeing the best night in, night out. You know, and seeing some tremendous athletes, some tremendous, you know, teams, and you know, for them to have that mentality, that's a good start. You know, so
Coach Leonard, what about the structure of your girls team?
We had 2 seniors, 5 juniors, and 5 sophomores. And the 2 seniors both played a lot, Peyton Husky and Kyra Penn. We're going to miss them. They're, you know, Peyton statistically, Hannah Pfeiffer had a record-setting year last year, and Peyton, percentage-wise from the three-point line, was right there with her this year. Kyra came on and allowed us to do some things defensively that really helped us, because she could guard the other team's post and played a lot. They both had a great year, but kind of referring to what Josh said is the leadership and the way they led, the way they just put their arm around the underclassmen and helped them and cared for them and allowed us as coaches to push them as hard as we could, and then they took care of all the rest. And I started out a little rough, you know, went to Missouri early, and I thought we were in trouble the way we played up there, and then the confidence and the chemistry just kind of slowly developed, and Peyton and Kyra had everything to do with that, and had a pretty good year.
The seniors play a big role. I don't care if you've got 1 or if you've got 10. They play a big role, even if they don't start. It's the determination and the dedication that they have, especially the ones that don't start for you, that they still come in and practice just as hard as they would if they were starters. And you can see that. This year got to go to a few games for a change, and you can see some of that on the sideline.
Yes. Yep.
You know, I like basketball. It's fun and it's action, but I like more to watch the kids and how they react to different situations. I pay as much time watching the bench as I do watching, other than watching you 2 guys go like this. And, you know, you just never know. I used to watch Coach Leonard, was a girls softball coach, and he'd sit on that third baseline and he'd do all this stuff. You know, and I wanted to film him one time and show it back to him and say, "Okay, Coach, explain all this to me." You know, I want to know exactly what you told that catcher. Of course, I never did, but it's fun to watch. Is this the first year that y'all played in the new blended 5A, 6A, whatever they called it? This was the first season for that?
Well, you know, the blend is essentially over with the way they reclassified everything. You know, they've went to the next 32. You know, your top 16 are your 6A schools in basketball. So, you know, the fall sports and the winter sports are classified differently, you know, as far as, football. And so there's not that 7A conference. But, no, you know, this was the first time where the next 32 are all in the same classification. We all play in the same state tournament. So,
but you did not have a conference tournament this year, is that
correct,
right?
Yes.
Is that the first time that's happened?
That's the way it used to be for years. When you talk about the blended, when they were mixing 5A schools and 6A schools, and they were doing it because of, you know, travel and some other things, which really doesn't make a difference for us where we're going, as far as anyone else coming here as far as that goes. But we had to have a a conference tournament for a couple of years. When the 6A schools came back together, because they had been in different leagues throughout the year, they had to seed it out and play it out to get the top 4 to go to state. And then the 5A did the same thing. So we're kind of back to normal this year, the way it should be.
So with the way it is now, there are only 4 teams that went to the state, or was it?
Mm-hmm.
There's 4 8-team conferences, so 4 out of each conference.
Out of each conference.
So 16 altogether, and so every league game means something. You're not going to have a conference tournament at the end of the year where, like the Ladybacks got hot this past week.
Absolutely.
And they didn't have the year they wanted to have in conference play, but they were able to get hot and make it to the finals of the SEC tournament. You don't have that luxury in our league. You better play well, and a game you lose the first part of January could keep you from getting in the state tournament.
You like it that way?
I do, because that's just what I'm used to.
Coach Fulcher, what about you?
It's got its pros and cons on all of it. I do. I like how every game means something. You go into each game just kind of preparing like you would a postseason game. So as far as that goes, of having to be punched in every game, I really do like that about it.
Scooter, take us to our 7:30 break. We'll come back with the Mountain Home High School Bomber basketball coaches, Josh Fulcher and Dell Leonard. We'll talk a little more when they come back.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
We're back with the basketball coaches. So, what was your record at the end of the season?
9-17.
And coach?
19-11.
19-11. And will the boys have anybody? If they don't have a conference tournament, then there is no all-conference team or all-district team?
Yeah, there's all-conference teams. I think we'll be naming those this week. There's not an all-tournament team, but there's an all-state tournament team.
And the coaches will get together and they pick those?
Yes, from the conference meet that we have in Nettleton.
Okay. And the girls, we were talking a little bit off camera. The girls missed the finals by how much?
1 possession, 2 points.
2 points. Mm-hmm. And they ended up getting beat out by the Hurricane of Jonesboro.
Mm-hmm. It was final score was 44-42.
So these girls that played in the state tournament, do you look for any of the? Do you look for your 2 seniors, either one, to go on and play in college?
No, they could play somewhere if they wanted to. Kyra and Peyton both are 4.0 and above, grade point average student athletes. They're going to go on.
It's time for their academic careers.
They're going to go on, concentrate on their academic career and concentrate on life, and they're both going to be very successful.
What about your boys, Josh? You've got all those seniors that graduated off. You have any of them going to go on and play, or
no? Kind of like Coach Leonard's girls. They're going to be moving on. You know, they're all sharp kids. They're going to be very successful in what they do. We've got one that's going to be playing baseball, Luke Cruz. Most of our kids that go on to baseball or soccer, they're all involved in something else. So, no, they're again. You're looking at Luke is probably our tallest kid, 6'3", and I'd be, they kind of realize, that this is the ending point of their athletic careers as far as basketball goes, but just really the beginning of their adult life, and we've got some winners that's going to do some really awesome things in both of our programs. And, Coach Leonard, he touched on it a little bit, but I just want to say congratulations on him and his year. I enjoy watching his girls. They play hard. They do it the right way, and I was at Hot Springs and watched the finals, and his team was every bit as good as any team there.
Who ended up taking the finals for the girls?
Little Rock Christian.
Little Rock Christian.
Mm-hmm. The University of Little Rock Christian.
The University of Little Rock Christian.
They're talented. They're talented, and they whipped up on Jonesboro, but. I'd like to see Our Lady Bombers go against them because they would have. I know for a fact they would have competed much better and they would have been better prepared. But that's not taking anything away from Little Rock Christian because they were a fantastic, probably the best girls basketball team I'd seen this year. So, but it was. But again, I enjoyed watching his girls compete at Lake Hamilton in the state tournament. Made a great run. And was so close, but he's got a lot of pieces coming back, and he'll make another run at it next year.
How many juniors you got coming back, Coach?
We've got one of our juniors was a foreign exchange student, so she's leaving, but we do have 4 coming back. So Emma Martin, Abby Martin, Anna Grace Foreman, and Leah Jackson. And a lot of our success, I believe, has to do, when you go through, and I guess this is 23 years at Mountain Home, our boys and girls teams were very close, and for whatever reason there's been years in the past where that wasn't the case, and I give Coach Fulcher and Coach Morris a lot of credit for that, but it's fun for me to watch our kids pull for each other, and like we saw even boys that were in spring sports trying to get down to watch the games and the kids cheering for each other, and it meant something. It wasn't fake, and I appreciate everything he said, and I think that you always want to work with someone that number one feels like that is a good friend that's loyal and someone that you can bounce stuff off of, and I learn a lot from watching him practice and just talking to him, and I want to kind of give the same sentiments, or definitely give the same sentiments to him for his program. He's the 5A boys basketball.
It's a tough world.
It's unbelievable, and he could have finished and would have finished in the top 4 in a lot of other leagues. But in our league, it's like, the West Coast trip to Golden State and L.A. and Portland and everybody. It's unbelievable the amount of talent that's out there in girls and boys basketball right now.
You both know I'm a big supporter of dual sport athletes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's good to see that both programs that y'all are involved in have that. You've got a number of student athletes that do more than just basketball. Mm-hmm. Like you said a moment ago, you've got some that'll roll off to soccer, and some, I know Peyton Husky plays softball.
We got 12 out of 12 right now in spring sports.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that makes a big difference in my eyes, and I'm just a spectator, but when you see the discipline that they carry over from your basketball programs to these other sports, that's a big plus to the coach that's getting them.
Well, we're in this business for the kids, and if we're not encouraging them to play anything and everything that they want to play, then we're doing them a disservice. And we take a lot of pride in trying to get our kids, that are involved in dual sports, and we've got some kids that are that are 3-sport athletes, and that's really hard to do, especially in high school these days with the amount of time that's required in all of them. And
with everything that the school offers,
mm-hmm.
The kids have a hard time making a choice. Not only just the sports aspect, but you've got the band and the FFA and the FBLA and all these other club things that they've got to do. But I also know that you two coaches and some of the others are very supportive of those club events also. I know there's a few football players that are on that robotics team,
mm-hmm.
and you don't hear a lot of gruff about, well, you need to be in the weight room, or you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. That can go to second burner. That's just as important to them as playing basketball or playing
mm-hmm.
football or running track. And the support that they get, and they know they can get that support. But I also know that there's some of those kids that use those clubs to get out of doing some things. That's just a natural.
Well, you look at a young lady like Haven Klinger, who's a freshman basketball player. She's really involved in FFA, and if she's got a chance to get her education paid for with FFA, then that's we don't need to screw that up.
Right.
And we're going to be supportive, and I see Josh do it all the time, and we can say that we support other programs, because look at our kids that play other sports. And I think the one thing as a student athlete you got to realize is, if you're going to play 2 sports, you're going to have to work twice as hard, or
mm-hmm.
3, you're going to have to work 3 times as hard. But specialization, it might be ideal for one kid out of 20, but I can't remember. I'm trying to remember if we've ever had a kid play in the NBA or WNBA, and I'm not sure we have. So that's probably not the best route to make a living.
Exactly right.
So we're going to do exactly what he said, and we're going to be supportive, and we're going to represent that with the way we do things.
And you've got to give a lot of credit to the feeder program that
mm-hmm.
the basketball
mm-hmm.
group has. You've got that Top Flight that's in town that does a great job helping you not only develop the talent, but look for it and,
mm-hmm.
and
mm-hmm.
get them while they're young, and get them interested, and make sure that they're going to stick.
Yeah, well, and you said it there. We just want them interested. Have a good positive experience in our youth sports program, and that's what we love so much about our Top Flight program is, the emphasis that is placed on just the skill development, just trying to reach all the kids in there when we're doing our clinics and stuff with them in the fall. And it really, all programs, that's where it starts. It mm-hmm. starts with you've got to have a good youth program. We've got an excellent youth program here in our Top Flight Academy, and really lucky to have that. And it's big for our program. It is.
If you don't have an organization like that that's feeding the school program, and when I say feeding y'all, I mean everything down to the 7th grade intramural teams. You never know where that diamond in the rough is. You don't know who the next star will be for you. I'm not saying that you guys look for a star and that's the only things you work with. I'm saying that I never played basketball. When I went to try out for 7th grade basketball, John Bogart said, "It's not a full contact sport. We can't use you." How do you know? I mean, you've never seen me shoot.
Yeah.
Right? Of course, I couldn't shoot anyway, but that's not my point. My point is, the way it's evolved today, every kid has an opportunity to play at some level.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, that's a great thing.
Well, we like those football guys. We kind of embrace trying to make basketball a full contact sport within the legal parameters of the game. But that's really, we talk to our guys, that's where we can create our advantage. And our weight program is really big for us. And I would say probably the biggest single difference in between teams, we're never more athletic, but we're usually tougher and stronger than everybody we played, and that gave us our advantage. And we like those guys that like to bang around, and we're not skilled athletically, but so we're always looking for those diamonds in the rough. We played majority of our seniors were diamonds in the rough, over the years, and come in, did some really big things for us, So, we want to catch them all and have them all get into our programs, and that really, again, starts with that good experience in our youth programs.
I worked with an old gentleman over in Bull Shoals one time, and I said, I can't figure out how to do this. He said, look, if you keep rubbing that piece of metal against that stone long enough, it's going to get sharp. He said, don't come whining to me anymore. Just go do what I've asked you to do. Well, that made a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I just couldn't figure out how to get this one component to work. Just keep rubbing that steel against that stone, and it'll get sharp. Real quick, who do you look? Do you look to put some kids? Look to have some kids with all-state honors this year?
We do. We're going to have a couple of girls who are in the hunt. Of course, our conference coaches, we meet, we nominate, we talk, and they vote. Of course, Josh alluded earlier that when we were on the state tournament bracket, so you do get an all-state tournament team member one. So we'll get one of those. I'm hoping that we can get one or two all-states, and then we'll have a handful of kids that should make all conference after the run we had the second half of league play. So
same with the boys.
Well, honestly, for us, making all-state, we in our conference we have nationally ranked players in our conference, and when you just don't have those names and that weight behind them, it's whenever it's on, you go in these conference meetings and it's everybody's vote, and it becomes a popularity contest, and we're just not as popular as some of these guys that are got these high ranked players that are getting all these D1 offers, but so all-state will be a stretch for us to get, I would say, but we definitely have some all conference type players on our team. So hopefully we'll be able to land one or two on that list.
When is your coaches meeting?
We've already had it.
You've already had it.
We're not announcing the media side of it, the press release yet, till later this week sometime.
Get your banquet lined out.
Mm-hmm.
Get your banquet, and then we got to meet with our administration and all that stuff.
So what's next for you guys?
Well, Coach Leonard was talking about it earlier. I mean, it's just now we've just you're preparing. We've got off season coming up. We've got scheduling. We've got banquets. We've got fundraisers that we're both we head up. It's a different kind of busy, like he was saying. It really we keep it moving along.
Honestly, basketball season is probably, even though it's stressful and you're just in one lane. You're concentrating on film, getting ready for the next practice, the next game, and then it just continues to move in a big circle. Now it gets a little bit chaotic, and you've got people pulling you from different directions, and we've got the not the bass cab, but we don't have.
We have our Bomber Booster Club, and then we have our high school fishing tournament that we're working at, and
golf tournament.
I think we'll be helping with the 2A state tournament that we're hosting here in Mountain Home. So, and then then you've got we work track meets and wherever they need us. But Coach Leonard's right. I mean, when you're in basketball, we get to stay in kind of that lane, but. Once our season's over with, we're kind of spread out doing anything and everything that they need us to do. So,
well, good deal. When you put your dates for your camps together, let us know. We'll be glad to announce them out.
We know.
You bet. Yeah. We're May 29th, the day, I believe that's correct. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday after Memorial Day. I think it's 28th, 29th, 30th. Yes, I got that right. Will be our boys' camp.
And then the girls will be June the 3rd, 4th, and 5th.
So it's right after school's out.
Yes, and that's another big thing that we've got to prep and plan for, and so yeah, it's just we've got a big checklist of things that we've got to still get accomplished, and getting still setting our teams for next year's tournament, our Arkansas Bell Bonds tournament. So
good deal. Well, we appreciate you taking the time out to come see us in the morning, and I know it's early, and now it's dark when you get here. It's light out now, so you're in good shape. So
always enjoy you guys having us. Appreciate
y'all coming out. You. Scooter, take us away, and we'll come back. We'll bring Dale in. We'll check out this webcam.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
7:52. We want to thank the coaches and Bob Recktenwald for their work this morning. And wow, moving past basketball already.
Already past basketball. Heck, school will be over
soon. Yeah, 2 months.
17th of May.
Let's take another look at the live webcam if we could. Brought to you by Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, Century 21 Lemac Real Estate.
It's coming. Here it is.
Here it comes. Ooh, there we go.
Now it's brightened up.
They're brightened up.
It's a pretty clear morning. I mean, even when it was dark, I mean, you can see all the lights to the horizon, and you can tell it's a beautiful morning this morning.
Thanks to the Z Team or the live cam, and you can check it out at retiretoarkansas.net for all your real estate needs. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, 870-405-0793.
It's pretty cool to have that.
Did you know that in 1986, the golf industry and barbecue equipment makers claimed that extra daylight was worth between $200 and $400 million?
Okay.
Think about it in the wintertime. Well, of course, it's too cold to play golf anyway. Well, some people still play golf. But, you know, most folks get off between, say, 5 and 6. And you still got 2.5 hours of daylight. Isn't that pretty cool?
There you go. You learn something new every day, Bob.
Yeah.
Either you wanted to learn it or not, you learn something new every day.
Anybody keeping up with collegiate basketball, NCAA? You got some scores for NCAA?
No. I do know that the Lady Razorbacks got beat up by Mississippi State last night.
Did they?
By about 30 points.
They were, what, a 10 seed?
They were the Cinderella story for the tournament for sure. They were a 10 seed. They got beat by the number 1 seed. I think the score was 101-70. But I tell you what, for them to come back and beat the teams that they beat the way they did, it's just remarkable. The boys finished their season by beating Alabama over the weekend, so their chances of going to the NCAA are pretty slim.
Yeah.
They may get an invitation to go to the NIT along with Alabama. The Ladybacks should, and in my opinion, go to the NCAA tournament. They won't get seeded very well, but the way they came on strong during the SEC tournament should buy them a bid in their tournament.
The NIT, that's strictly the National Invitational Tournament, right?
Right.
You have to be invited to that tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
The Lady Bomber softball split last week. They won one at Fayetteville on Thursday night, and they lost one to Little Rock Christian Friday night here. They will play today, I believe, in Clinton. They'll play tomorrow. They'll start their conference season tomorrow with Prairie Grove coming to town, and they'll play again on Friday. I think
They
Harrison.
better bring their umbrellas tomorrow.
I think Harrison comes to town on Friday.
See, I have that schedule pulled up. Was it Clinton?
I believe.
Um,
So they've got a busy week. The track team had their match was canceled. I don't know if they're going to try to reschedule that or not. Their track meet, and we've got some kids training to go to the nationals, wrestling nationals that are weekend of April 4th, and we'll talk more about that next week. Probably we'll get some names and weights and see how they're faring to go into that.
Yeah, I'm scared to check weights.
They've been off a couple of weeks.
They're still wrestling, but they haven't probably been on their strict diets, so, or not diets, but they probably haven't been eating overly healthy. So we'll see more this week where they're sitting and where they need to adjust to and where they want to be. So
when does regular season baseball start? I get past all these.
April 1st, I think, somewhere around April 1st, March 31.
I guess that's when it starts to matter.
I haven't looked at any schedules to see if I pull up MLB. I don't know. Well, let's see. Let me put up 2019 season. I don't know. I think it's opening day, March 28th.
2 weeks from Thursday.
2 weeks from Thursday, it looks like.
So
earliest day ever, March 28th.
They could push it off to May 20th. Be fine with me.
Mr. Positive here.
No, it ain't nothing to do with positive, negative. It's just baseball's one of them things that runs on forever.
Like football?
Well, football's not bad.
Goes on forever.
16 weeks. 16 games, not necessarily 16 weeks.
Yeah, 16 games.
Trying to see. Well, I keep getting USA Today, but I don't want that. I want to see. I think it's Cincinnati and Philadelphia open that in the National League. Good grief!
You know, these coaches that were here this morning. You know, Coach Leonard's been around a long time, and he's had some great success. Coach Fulcher's new to the high school program, but he's been around Mountain Home a long time. You know, it's good to see when the kids know that the coaches they've watched through the years are still here. It's going to mean a lot to the program. And hoping that the football takes that turn too, where we keep a coach around a while, win, lose, or draw, we keep him around a while so he can build his own program and get that program working for him the way he wants it to. Everybody wants that success, and they want it right now, but they don't want to give them the time to work it out and get the players that they need. But
you're never going to get it in one season. It just can't happen. I mean, it's a process. It's got to be developed and then grown into that. Mm-hmm. And you're right. Everybody, and we're all like that. I mean, we all want to see success now. We want to see results. We want to see, and having to be patient and wait for those results to build is where it gets a little tough.
You know, I've had people over the years ask me, well, why can't Mountain Home play football? Why can't they be competitive? And the only thing I ever say to anybody is go back to the record books and see how many coaches Mountain Home football's had in the last 35 years versus what Harrison's had the last 35 years. Harrison had the same coach for 35, 36 years. I would venture to say that Mountain Home probably had 8 in the same time period.
See that.
Get with a coach, stick with them a while, give them a chance, let them build. You know, if they can't get something going in 6, 7, 8 years, then it's time to go. Up to that, let her rip.
New football coach, I mean, he was up front in the parent meeting, you know, that this is going to be a process. It ain't going to happen in one season. That, you know, we're going to start, it's going to look rough, and then it'll build and develop and grow into something. And you just got to give them time to do it.
Yep, get the numbers.
I agree.
Looks like some rain throughout the week.
Rain coming in?
Yep, looks like.
Yep.
Anyway, got to go. See y'all tomorrow.